Hey, what's up everyone? This is Starscream 1988, and today I'm bringing you a toy review of Bandai's Power Ranger Samurai Zord. And actually, I shouldn't even say review. It's really more of a... Today's June 4th, so I don't know if this will actually come out tonight, June 4th. I'll probably put it 2 or 3 days later. But it's more of a Toys R Us across the nation. We're doing from 12 to 2 today. That we're doing Power Rangers thing, so I didn't know exactly what was going on, but I have a buddy that works at Toys R Us, so he said, oh, you know what we're actually doing is we're doing demos. So they're going to be opening up a few Samurai Megazords and have the kids and parents play with them and whatever. And I don't know if this was something already planned months ago, or maybe it's the fact that there's tons of them. There's tons of these in the shelves. I mean, every time I go to a Toys R Us, there's they usually have a few, not tons. And I don't know if they're ready to go on clearance, but they always have a few. And every time you try to go get the other 3 Zords to do the expansion, they're just never available. And as you all know, on eBay, they're just ridiculously priced. They're normally $14.99, $15.99, depending on where you go, and people want $25, $30, $35 for them. So hopefully now they'll be a little bit more available. So let me just back up here a little bit. So basically, I got lucky. So he said, yeah, come down, plus we're doing friends and family, so I'll give you my discount, which is another 10% off, but it helps. Every little helps, and I love a deal just like anybody else. But anyway, so further ado, let me turn this guy around here. So I'm sure if you all see him already. So there he is. There's the Samurai Megazord. There was actually 2 different boxes. I kind of double and triple checked. I don't know if there was like a variant, but I guess they changed the box. I guess this is the older box. The new box seems to be a little bit wider, and they're more separated. And actually, I think the feet were separated, which is kind of weird. But it wasn't a variant. It's no big deal. And then, so that's that. And then here you're gonna have a surprise. This would have been the Red Ranger's Tiger Zord, which is number 3 in Japan, the origami. And the reason it's empty is because I actually did a review on all these on my old camera, but now I'm actually shooting on HD. So I did all these review like 2 hours ago, and all of a sudden the UPS truck came in, and I had my brand new HD camera, which is what you're seeing here now. So Red Ranger Tiger Zord, I'll bring those out in a second. Origami number 2, as they call them in Japan, would be the Blue Ranger Swordfish Zord, which is the Blue Rangers, and number 1 would have been the Green Ranger's Beetle Zord. So again, I got all 3 of them, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna bring those out right now. So the very first one, got the Beetle Zord. Let me kind of get a little bit closer there. So there's your Beetle Zord. And they all come with a little gimmick. So his head moves, which is pretty nice. So it's pretty cool. I actually like these. These are growing on me. I opened them up a few hours ago, and I was, displaying them and seeing, trying to pose them with the Zord. Number 2, there's your Swordfish Zord. He only moves his tail. But what I actually kind of like about it, I don't fish, but if you've ever seen a marlin, they actually almost really do this. So I think it looks better if you actually hold it by the tail, and it seems to do both, instead of just going straight and doing that. So, it kind of has that look, like it's actually swimming. And last but not least, the White Tiger Megazord. And his front paws are drills, but I'm sure you've seen that in the show by now. So that's that. He's pretty cool. I love cats, and I believe in the 19 years that we've been watching here in America Power Rangers, I think there's been a total of, I think they said 8 Zords that are cat based, or lions, or something like that. There might have been 8 lions and 4 tigers now. It's insane. Somebody did a YouTube where they actually keep showing all the repeat animals that they've used in 19 years here in America, which obviously come from the Japanese, but anyway. But yeah, he's pretty cool. As much as I like cats, this is actually my favorite. Don't know why, I just think he looks really cool. Could be the color, the blue. I think he looks really slick. Plus I like the fin and whatever. And you can see the symbol there for the Rangers. So I just think it's really cool. So I like them all, but he's my favorite of the 3. Cool. So that's that. They actually came with 3 PVC Rangers, and put this here on the side. Right off the bat, for those of you that don't know, they don't have any articulation, but they're, you know, other than the head does actually move, which is pretty cool. I guess it's better than nothing, and there's a reason why the head moves. And if he's holding a sword, that moves, and that's it. Other than that, he just pretty much stands there. He actually stands by himself, which is not bad. So if I ever did display him not being on a Zord, and I'll show you that in a second, then he'll hold up okay. Same thing with the Green Ranger. Here's the Green Ranger. With the Green Ranger, I thought that you could move his arm, but he's actually glued. So I can't really do much with that. And the reason he's in that pose, and I'll show you that in a second also, is it kind of makes sense, I guess. But he does move his head though. So you see that. So, and he stands okay by himself. Red Ranger's the worst one, unfortunately. As much as I tried off camera when I first doing this, he just won't hold. But he does have that articulation, his head, and he just will not stand for the life of him. You do that, I guess. So they're in already like in these extreme poses, and the reason is because you actually put them on top of these Zords here. So they come with foot pegs. Okay, I'm off camera. Sorry. I'm off foot peg. You got foot pegs there. They give you only one, but that's really all you need. And then there's kind of like a ledge there. So you do that. Where is it? Oh, right there. And there he is. He's on top of his Zord. Now that's never happened in the show because obviously these things are giant. But I mean, again, this is for kids, so it's kind of like an extra playability that they have. So that's that one. For the Zord, Beetle Zord, his peg is actually back there. So, and then the thing with the Zord, with the sword, I should say, the reason it's like that is because he's actually almost like attacking. So, and there's his ledge. So he's like coming at ya. Yeah. So it's pretty nice. So I didn't like the pose at first, but when you see him on the Zord, it looks pretty nice. So again, another you know, thing for the kids, so they can get, you know, more use out of it, I guess. And last but not least, we got Jaden, Red Ranger, and his peg is actually, oop, I put the legs backwards. Oops. Fix that there. So he has 2 pegs there. He has 2 pegs there. I mean two holes. And just basically do this. Do that. And there you go. He's on top of his white tiger Zord. Attack! You do that. So, yep. Actually, let me back up here a little. So yeah, so that's them on their Zords. And what I'm gonna do next is I'm actually gonna pause and do the wing Zord. And I won't do it on camera because it'll take me too long. So I'm just gonna pause real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, cool. So here's your Battle Wing Zord, and as you can see, I put them all together, and it really didn't take long, but I just didn't want to do it on camera. Just, you know, have it ready. But here's your Beetle Zord, and you take the top mandible, his mouth, whatever, and it becomes the head. You take the crest or the tail from the tiger Zord, I should say, and it becomes the top of the crest. You take his leg, you flip it around, and now it becomes his wing. You take his other leg, take it off, put it on a, like on a peg here, That becomes the other wing. You take his whole top, and it becomes, I guess, like the rudder. And some people actually, the legs become thrusters. And some people would probably take this leg, put it up here, put this one in the bottom. Just looks more symmetrical. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, and then the Tiger Zord's head actually goes on the bottom there. It's like the butt now. It's more like a kickstand, really. It kind of helps it hold it. So if you're gonna play with this, be careful, because you will probably scratch the head if it's on a hard surface. So then you don't want the tiger's, nose and mouth being all scratched. But yeah, so there's that. Oop. So, woohoo! But when it's on the table, it actually you can still do that, which is pretty cool. If the tail was attached to the swordfish, it would actually be moving too. The little button that makes it move is actually moving with it. So I'm sure some people might have two sets, so they might have one displayed. The hardcore Power Ranger fans or whatever. But it's pretty cool. And then there's the figures back there. And I actually have them against the wall, so they're being held a little bit better. And I was actually going to show you a comparison, if I can find that now.